Hey y'all, and welcome back to another episode of City Sim Builds, and we are back here in Canarsee, our tutorial city. In the last episode, we built this awesome farm. I got to a level 5, which I'm really happy about. But in today's episode, we're going to be focusing in on building a university campus area. And we're going to be doing that right over here. But before we get into that, if you're not already subscribed to the channel and would like to do so, please hit the subscribe button. That would really help me out. Also, don't forget to like and leave a comment down below as well. That also really helps me out. But let's go ahead and get into today's episode. I want to build a university, and with the university's DLC, you can build a couple different things here. You can build like a trade school, you can build a liberal arts college campus area, you can build a university campus area, but we don't have enough of a population for that. You can have varsity sports thrown in there, then you can also put in things like museums and whatnot. So for today, since our town is kind of on the smaller side at 17,000 people, I think we're going to focus on building a trade school campus. And for doing that, we need to go over here to our districts and scroll over to where we have the university areas, and we need to paint a campus area. So I'm going to go and put one in place over here. Yeah, and this is, for whatever reason, still doing the thing where it's not showing the areas that I'm creating, but we're going to roll with it for now. I'm going to have to look further into this and see what's going on exactly. And hopefully that has us covered. So we have campus area right there. And I think what I did was accidentally not make these be in the farming industry area. So I'm going to go ahead and fix that. And the way we do that is by going over here to the paint industry area. And I'm going to maybe just decrease the brush, and we come over here to the Canarsee farming company, and then we're just going to pull this over like that. And then everything is good to go. I want to take a look at our contours first to make sure everything is good to go with that. So we'll come down here to our terrain, and everything is nice and flat, which is awesome. I really enjoy building on flat ground. My other build in Two Rivers County, I'll put a link to that if you want to check it out, but it's so hilly and mountainous that it's nice to build on flat ground for once. And the first thing I'm going to do with the university is think about what kind of roads I want to use through here. All right, and for the initial road, I'm going to use the 2-lane road here because it allows parking, but I'm not going to use this everywhere. And the reason for that is I don't want parking on all the streets within the university. I just want it on some key streets. So what I'm going to do is come over to about, let's say here, like the midpoint between these two nodes. And we're going to come out $800, which I think is about 20 units. We'll come over another 800 and then come down, and we'll just make a square like that. And then the first thing that you need to do is come over here to the trade school campus area, and then you need to place this trade school administration building. And this is the first building you have to put down before it unlocks any other of the other buildings. And we're going to put that right in the center, just like that. So when you do that, it unlocks things like trade school dormitories, school study hall, groundskeeping, book club. And then as we progress and things get better with the school, it will unlock more buildings. So I'm going to go ahead and place a few of these other buildings as well. Let's get a couple dormitories in here. So I'm going to put a dorm, let's see, about here. And we'll do one on the other side to match that. Okay, that's looking good. And then let's actually do the same thing we're doing here, where we find the rough midpoint and come out $800 and meet up like that. So let's go ahead and place a school study hall, and we'll see if we can get that right about here. We need some groundskeeping, so we'll put that, I think this might be a good spot for it, right there. And then we have a book club that we can place. Maybe we can fit that in, let's see, let's do that right here. No, actually, we can do that right here. Okay, and I think that's all the buildings that we can place for right now. And since I have this college established, Magnolia State College, we need a different name for this. Right now I'm going to call this the Canarsee Trade School. But if you have a different name, please let me know in the comments down below. But as you come to this menu, you can see we need to create something called academic works, which are basically things like research projects, or here we have like, hospitality, IT engineering, and so forth. And what happens is whenever you adjust this, it increases the chance of you creating an academic work. So I'm going to leave it down here at, I think it was 10. Yeah. So we have like a 43% chance of creating an academic work. We can also give a research grant, which I'm going to go ahead and do since we have a ton of money right now. I think that makes sense. The other thing that we need to do is get water and power in here. So let's run some water pipes. Okay, perfect. So now what I'm going to do is place a few more roads through here. I'm just going to stub out a couple going this way and then maybe one going over here. And I'm just keeping it simple, going out about 20 units or $800, or actually, what is it? $1,200 for this, because the price of each tile is different. And we need to get some power over here. Temporarily, I'm gonna just run a power line like this, and I'm gonna come back and remove this in a little bit. And that should jump, and it takes care of our power issues. So the other thing I wanna do is get some sort of like quad or like nice pedestrian area in place where folks from the school can like walk around and go to and from throughout the campus. I think that'd be really nice. We'll do some trade school paths with decorations. We can just keep it simple and do something about like this. And then maybe over here, we can connect up like that. Then do the same thing on this side. Excellent, I like that. And then eventually, once we get to a level 2 school, I think we can place some more buildings here. Like a fountain or a statue, things like that. But now that we have the university in place, I want to find our other universities and actually get rid of them. Oh no, and it looks like we had a fire here. But it looks like this will grow back and things will be fine. Okay, so let's go back to our education tab. And so we have schools here. Let's find our universities. So these are the stock universities the game comes with. And I want to locate these buildings. So it looks like we have one over here, and then we have, I think, a high capacity one right here. So I'm going to remove these, and that's going to make people sad. And that's okay for the time being because they're all eventually going to come over here anyway. So as you can see, our university availability right now is 2,566. So, and our capacity is 525. So we need to add some more dormitories here. And when I did that, it looks like we got rid of the power. So let's just bring that over like that, and we'll get power back for a little bit here. So maybe what I'll do is use this 2-lane road with median trees and a bicycle for some of the roads throughout here. Line it up like that. And then I think I'm going to extend this over this way and connect these up. And I got rid of the power once again, but hopefully I can have it jump like that. Let's see if that works. Nope, and it looks like I just need to do something like that for the time being. We're going to place a few more buildings in here so that we don't have to worry about the power line. So let's go back to our trade school, and I want to put in more dormitories. So we're going to find a spot, maybe right there, and then maybe we can place another one right there, and then maybe we have one here and here as well. And so with that, our university capacity has quickly jumped up and we're doing great. We need to place maybe like 1 or 2 more dormitories, and I think we should be good. So I'm going to focus these dorms kind of in the same area. So something like maybe that. Okay, that's looking good. We're almost to a level 2. The only thing we need to do is create an academic work. So we can also do some other things with our policy, like give out free student healthcare, which I think is a good idea. It's really expensive to do, but let's try it and see what it does to our budget. We can also do free lunch. Let's do that as well. And we can do visiting scholars as well. And it basically enhances the school a little bit. And then free lunch, what that does is provide meal vouchers for students and increases student happiness. So I think that's a good thing. So we'll see what that does to our budget as time goes on, but hopefully we can create an academic works or 2 and level up here. That would be really good. That is the trickiest thing with this DLC, is getting these academic works. And oftentimes you have to wait for the academic works to happen and then you can level up. So while we wait for that for a second, I think we could put in a little bit more residential over here since we got rid of this university campus. So I'm going to place some low density residential right there. And I think that should be good for the time being. All right, and it looks like we need maybe a few more dormitories. Let's get some of those in place. So we'll put one, can we fit one here? No, not quite. Maybe we can put one here. And then I'm gonna leave this area empty, but I'm gonna place one right here. Let's maybe do that like that. And then maybe we can put one more right here, and we'll do one right there. And I'm purposely leaving some spaces here, and I actually did not do that here. Let's shift this over a tad to right there. The reason I'm doing that is because I want to run paths through here so that I can increase the pedestrian activity throughout the campus. So I'm forgetting some water, so let's get that in. Okay, good. That should have us covered. So I really want to create an academic work. I'm gonna crank this up for a second. This is probably gonna decimate the budget, but let's just try it and see. Yeah, you can see our budget is definitely going down. I wonder if we're going to go into the negative here. Might be close, or we might just be hovering right on the edge of profitability. So right now we have 642 students, and that seems to be dropping a little bit. I wonder if we can do something to change that. So in the meantime, maybe we can place a few of these university sporting assets. So let's maybe get a track and field facility down somewhere. And these are pretty big. So since this is a trade school, maybe we only have track and field and maybe basketball. We'll see. We'll see how things kind of shake out. And so for this, I'm going to extend this road down to, let's say, here, and then I want to see if I can meet up with this road in some fashion. But before we do that, I want to see how big this track and field facility is. Wow, that is pretty large. I think we're gonna have to get rid of this building right here. And, you know, that's unfortunate that happens when you're doing some sort of massive development like this, but I think that'll be fine. So I'm gonna back this up a smidge like that. And then we're gonna create a S-curve road that connects up like that. So we'll come out roughly halfway and then curve over. And for this, I think I'm gonna have to turn off the guidelines for a second to make it do what I want to do. And then now I can cut them back on and find this guideline and tie up like that. There we go, that looks pretty good. And now let's see if we can put in a baseball field. Cool, that looks really, really good. I like that. And this is gonna help our university out to attract more students. So let's take a look at our campus area. So yeah, we've already bumped up about 100 students. We're at roughly 725. And if only we could create an academic work, that would be great. That's like the tough thing with this. So with the varsity sports, you can do like a fan club. You can also do an advertisement campaign, but I think for right now, I'm going to leave those kind of be how they are. So one thing I'm noticing is, okay, cool. So this is our academic year report. This lets you know if you've created an academic work, which we've created 1, which is perfect. We need 2 for level 2. We have an increase of 727 students and our campus attractiveness score is 560. Okay, cool. Oh, weird. And it changed the name of this to Magnolia State College. Let's change that back. We'll actually call this the Canarsee Technical College. All right, so we need 1 more academic work and then we can level up here. So I noticed we created a few junctions here with stoplights and I don't want that right now. So I'm gonna go into our traffic routes and we're gonna go over to junctions and we're gonna turn these off. And I have a lot here actually. I'm gonna turn all these off for the time being. And then same thing over here. And I'm trying to see if I have any elsewhere. But what I'm gonna go ahead and do now is put some stop signs in because that will help our traffic out some. Okay, cool. I think that has all the main arterials covered. And I'm trying to just make sure I got all the stop signs that I need to get here. All right, I'm probably missing one. I do want this signal there, so I'm gonna leave that. And then I think that should be good. And maybe this should be a signal down here because it's 2 arterials meeting up at one spot. That's looking good. How is our traffic? Let's check in with our traffic. 91. Okay, that's really good. Oh, and we need water here. So let's get water. So we'll bring this down, then do that. Perfect. And whenever you place these facilities, it does terraform. So maybe what we can do is put some trees here to hide some of this. And that will also, you know, if somebody hits a baseball and it goes flying out just a little bit past the fence because of a home run, maybe it'll stop that and prevent it from hitting a future building right here or something like that. So I'm actually going to go through and place a few trees to help out some of the landscaping, and then I'll be back in a moment. Okay, cool. That's looking good. I like that. I like that. All right, so we need 1 more academic work. So I'm gonna let the game run for a bit and then hopefully we can get an academic work established. And I'm actually gonna give another research grant and hopefully that will help things out too. And while that's happening, maybe we can get some pedestrian paths also in here. So what I'm going to do is use some of my favorite zoo paths here, and I'm going to do the ones here with decorations. So in the main quad here, we can just keep it to being like the asphalt here. I think that'd be fine. But over here, maybe we can have some paths that, you know, meander behind the building over here. Something like this. And then I think I'm gonna have to back this up a little bit because it is like a one tile space. So we'll do that, and then curve around like this, and then connect up over here like that. Perfect. And then maybe we can have something over here that comes up to about there, and let's extend this road over this way. And we'll come out roughly 20 units, and then we'll stop this right here for right now. And then I think what I'm going to do here is actually, it's not realistic, but I'm going to relocate this building to be right there. And that way we can get some paths all along through here. And then maybe the same thing with this one. Maybe we can have our groundskeeping be right here. Because I want the university to be like a very walkable place and have a lot of different pedestrian connections, not only with the sidewalks, but with these paths that we're putting in place. So I'm going to turn off guidelines for this because it's creating a lot of different snapping situations. So here I'm going to just come over like that. Then over here, I'm going to come over and then create a path that connects up like that. Then maybe we can have one that comes over something like this. Actually, let's make these straight paths. Roughly like that. Then over here, this one's going to be at an angle, but for a reason. And then we'll straighten these up a little bit. Okay, that looks good. Then over here, maybe we can have a path that comes around the building and connects it back over here somewhere. Yeah, and sometimes placing these paths can be kind of finicky. So you just kind of have to play with the areas and see what works out best. So I'm going to back this up a little bit, or I guess get rid of the whole thing. And then let's get that one back in place. And then let's see if we can have a connection that meets up like that. Then over here, we'll come behind these buildings like that. Maybe I can thread through something here. Yes, I can. Okay. So in that case, let's get rid of that for a second. Then maybe I'll have this come over like this and then come to about there. And then let's cut on our freeform road tool, curve it over, and then curve it over, something like that. And that way we have roughly a circulatory path. If people want to use that, they can come over here, come around, come behind the main building there, come around these dorms, that dorm, come between the dorm and what is this, the book club, and then walk around like that. All right, so let's take a look at our university tab and see how we're doing with our students. So we need maybe a few more dormitories. Okay, cool. So we have our academic year report, and we have created 3 academic works, and our student population has increased by 158. And more importantly, we have unlocked some buildings, and I definitely want to get those in place for sure. Let's, before we do that, I want to put in a couple more dorms, or actually, how are we doing with our capacity? I think we're actually fine with our dorm capacity. So I think the main thing now is to get some of these other buildings in place. So we got the trade school outdoor study, and that's a massive sort of complex. Let's see, maybe we can put this on the edge over here somewhere. We'll come back to that one. So instead, let's see if we can get the trade school gymnasium in. Maybe we'll put that, let's see, right here. I think that'd be a good spot for that. Then we have the trade school cafeteria. We definitely need a cafeteria somewhere. Food is important. So let's see where that makes sense. Maybe right there. Okay, that's looking good. And then we have the school fountain, which is just what I was wanting to place right here. And I think that will look really good right there. So if we come in and take a look at the view from the street, things look really good. Yeah, we have a nice quad area. We got some pedestrian usage here. What is this? What is this? Is that a mascot or a toga? What is that? Anyway, but yeah, things are looking really good here. I'm liking this. Let's check our university stats. So we have 3 of 4 academic works created. Our policies are doing fine. Maybe we can do an advertisement campaign and a fan club support. Hopefully that will not tank our budget too badly. Let's give another grant. Let's do hospitality this time. We need some water over here because we did not extend our water to right there. Perfect. And then over here, I might change the way this road is. Okay, and for this, I think I'm gonna connect this road up over here and we're gonna do another S-curve. So let's, yeah, okay, so we have our snap twos off. So let's turn on the curve road tool and then come over about somewhere in here, and then let's cut on our guidelines. Then we'll find that guideline and meet up like that. Okay, I'm liking that. It looks pretty good. Let's increase the cheerleading budget a little bit. Maybe we can do $50 or whatever that form of currency is. And then coaching staff will do 4. Okay, excellent. So it looks like the only thing we're missing is our academic work. So hopefully we can get some of those in place. Let's see if we can fit this trade school study hall the outdoor one, maybe like here. I might do it right there. Okay, yeah, that looks cool. I think it makes sense to have the trade school over here next to the farm. You know, I think that you could have like a lot of like agricultural classes, and also we have our industry area over here, and I think that makes a lot of sense as well. So I'm going to go ahead and get a few more paths in place. Perfect, I like the way that looks. Let's add in a little bit more landscaping through here. So I wonder now if we have enough facilities where the power can jump. I might place one more actually where I put all these trees here. Let's put in another trade school dorm somewhere in here. And it's not liking that placement, so maybe let's do it on this side. So I'm gonna try and remove these power lines and see if that is okay. How's our farm doing? I don't see any power issues so far, so I think it's okay. Great, excellent. Okay, then what I might do through here is have just like a one-way road that comes along over here. So let's go ahead and place something here, and it's gonna get rid of some of our trees, but that's okay. We can come back and fix that. Gonna do that. Okay, academic year report, and we have 5 academic works, excellent. Our student population dropped a little bit, but that's okay. We got to a level 3, and I'm gonna come over here and meet up with this guideline, I think, and then tie up over here. Let's turn on our curve road tool. Meet up with that, and then meet up over there. Perfect. So, we're just shy of our student population, so we can't get the buildings yet. I wonder what we can do to attract more students. So looking at our education system, do we have any other universities that we need to get rid of? I don't think we do, so I think we're fine there. High school is fine, elementary school is fine, public library usage is good. So we definitely have enough dormitories. I wonder if there's something else we can place to increase the chance for students to come here. Maybe what we can do is lower the tickets for varsity sports. Maybe that will help. And then let's give another grant. This time we'll do artisanary. I can't say that word, but we'll do that. So we give another grant. We have all the policies enabled. Now I think we should be good. So let's take a look at our academic year report. So it did not unlock anything. So maybe I'll place another school fountain over here somewhere. Maybe I'll do that along here. And I'm gonna let the game run for a little bit and see if we can unlock some of the other buildings. So in the meantime, what I'm gonna do also is place a little bit more residential over here and see if that will help things out too. Because we do have a high residential and commercial demand. And then for over here, I'm gonna decrease the commercial on this side to maybe just be like 3 units. Something about like that, I think. Let's do 4, we can do 4, that's fine. Okay, and then all right, that should help out with our residential and commercial demand. Then over here, I need to probably have a buffer for sound. So maybe I'll put in a few trees here and maybe some additional commercial. So we'll do commercial like that. And some of the zoning here is a little weird, but that's okay. And then I'm gonna fill this in with some trees right through here. Maybe we'll put a path. So let's actually get rid of this zoning, and then that way we can fit a path in right there. All right, cool, that's looking good. Then maybe we can put a park right here. Maybe that'd be nice. Small park is too big. I wonder if a dog park will fit. Yeah, dog park is good, cool. Maybe we can have one over here as well. Something like that. Oh, we need water here. And then let's get some trees in place. All right, something like that. I think that'll work just nicely. And then the trees will act as like a buffer too for safety reasons. I could put a fence along here, but I think this is enough space with the trees here. Maybe not over here though, but I'm gonna leave it be for the time being. All right, let's come back and check on our university. So we're still at a level 2. Oh, cool. We just reached Capital City. Excellent. I was hoping to do this in another episode, but I guess we're going to do that now. So we get things like university paths, which we already have. That's kind of confusing. We can do universal education as a policy. Maybe we will do that. We can place a university campus area, which is a little bit different. We're going to still focus on the trade school, but we get other things like an eco water treatment plant, a cargo harbor, a regular harbor, a football stadium, and a eco advanced inland water treatment plant. And we also get a little bit more cash as well. So that's good. And it looks like we might have a water issue. So I'm gonna add another water pumping station in over here. Okay, cool. So academic year report, we have 7 academic works created. That's great. And then we have a decrease in student population. Hopefully we can change that here in a moment. So I'm adding 2 more water pumping stations. And maybe we can put one of these eco inland advanced water treatment plants. I'm trying to see where might be a good spot for this. There's not really a super great spot. We can put it right there for right now. And then let's run some water to that. Then over here, we probably need to put a fire station or 2 and maybe a medical clinic. So let's have a medical clinic right there. And then let's get a fire station in place. Okay, that's gonna make everybody happy. And we probably need one over here by the university. So maybe we can put one along the arterial or next to the arterial, maybe right there. Okay, that'll be good. And this is a one-way road, but that's okay. The fire trucks can come here and take a right or take a left and come back around this way if they need to. And honestly, they can take a right and come in here, and that might be even quicker. So that'll be fine. So one of the policies we have is universal education. So let's go in and take a look at that, and we're going to turn that on, and hopefully that does not decimate our budget as well, but so far we're doing okay. And let's see if that increases our student population, because we're doing great with our academic works. We're really lagging on the student population right now, but we have enough dormitory capacity. We definitely have a lot of dormitory capacity. So I'm gonna let this run for a little bit, and then we'll come back and see if we can get to that next milestone. What I might do, since we have that residential population demand, is increase some of the population over here by changing the density. So I'm going to do that and be back in a moment. Maybe what I can do is add in a little bit more commercial over here. That can act as a little bit more of a buffer between the industrial area and the residential area over here. And we'll just do low density for right now. All right, excellent. We have an academic year report, and we have finally crossed the threshold of having over 800 students. And with that, we get some more buildings. We get a trade school academic statue, number 1. We get an IT club, a trade school library, school of tourism and travel, and a trade school commencement office. So one of the things I did while I was waiting for this to finally get some more students was I added in another bus line, which comes in over here and kind of circles around the trade school, and then comes down the main avenue here and heads down towards the higher density portion of town. So I think that is helping our student population. Yeah, perfect. That's looking good. And again, for us, academic works are not the hindrance, but it seems to be our student population. And I think that's a function of our population as a whole. And I don't know if we're going to be able to reach level 5 in today's episode. We might reach level 4, but I think we're kind of maxed out on our student population for the time being. But I'm going to place these other buildings in and see if that helps things out, and then go from there. Then over here, I might just extend this to meet up like that. Find that guideline and have a nice connection right there. All right, so let's take a look at the other amenities that we have. Okay, so we have this trade school library, and let's maybe put that right here. Then we have the IT club, and let's see if we can fit that in somewhere over here. Maybe we can have the IT club be close to this path, like right there. And then we have the commencement office, and maybe this would be a cool spot to have it kind of next to the water. Something like that. Yeah, so we have some terraforming issues there, but we can come back and change the shoreline a little bit if we want to, and maybe that's something we'll do in a future episode. And then last we have the trade school academic statue. So I'm trying to see if I can find a good spot for this. Maybe over here. And it's not Well, I did have one spot there. And it's not liking the placement over there, so maybe I can place this right here, next to the trade school outdoor study. And then we need to get water in place, so let's extend our water piping. Then I'm gonna add in this road that connects over here, like that. Okay, perfect, that looks really good. Then maybe what we can do is add in a little bit of housing here and say that it is university faculty housing. So, and we need to get power over here. And I wonder if there's any other amenity that we can place to connect power over here. Let's take a look. So we have the trade school fountain, and I think we already have that. Yeah, we do. Maybe we can add in a generic park. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, I got an idea. Let's add in maybe a couple basketball courts. Yeah, I'm liking that. It looks really good. Okay, so let's add in a few more paths. So let's connect this over. All right, now we have a path that goes to the commencement office and connects over here to the administrative building and can even go down here to Miller Avenue. We need a different name for Miller Avenue. So if you have any thoughts on that, please let me know. And I think since we have a lot of farming area, I'm gonna start building some housing right here. So I'm gonna extend this road over here and connect up like that. And then we're gonna switch back to a 2-lane road for this segment. So let's bring that over this way to about here. And then we'll find our guideline and tie up like that. Then I'm gonna upgrade through here. You can change the road type for a little bit. I'm gonna fill in this area with some additional residential. But I think this also might be like a flex space where we can have some additional university buildings if we need them. So we'll address that as we get there. Okay, cool. Academic year report. We have an increase in student population and we have some more buildings that we can place. We have a trade school auditorium, a trade school bookstore, and a trade school laboratory. So I'm gonna get some of those buildings in place, and we have, I think, plenty of capacity land-wise to do that. So I'm gonna add in a little bit more residential, and I think that should be good. And then over here, I'm gonna have a buffer of commercial as well. All right, so let's take a look at the new buildings. We have our trade school auditorium. Let's see if we can put that in maybe over here. Let's have it load on the side, and we'll leave a unit of separation in case we want to put a path there. We have the trade school laboratories, and this is a pretty big building. Oh, cool, and it fits perfectly right there. We have the bookstore. Let's see if we can put that somewhere closer down here. And it looks like we probably can't get that down here. I wonder if we can relocate this. Nope. No. Okay. Let's put the bookstore right there. What is our next goal? Okay, we have to get to 1,800 and 16 academic works, and we have to increase our campus attractiveness. Do we have any other buildings? It looks like we have two. We have the School of Tourism and Travel, and then we have the Police Academy. Okay. Wow, these are really large buildings. Let's see. That might be able to fit in over here, and then this one can maybe fit in somewhere over here. I might actually change the layout here a little bit. Let's move the trade school bookstore to right there. Then let's move the trade school cafeteria. I really wish we could fit it in right here somewhere, but it won't let us. Can we put it over here? Nope. I think what I'm gonna do is put it here and extend this path over through here and then have it sneak through like that. Or let's see if we can actually fit a path through there. I don't know if the game will let us do that, but we can try. Perfect. Okay. Yes. Just what I was looking for. Okay. Now we have some empty space here that we can put in the trade school, School of Tourism and Travel. And that is a huge building. Goodness gracious. And then I think here we're going to need some sort of frontage road for our police academy. We need to be maybe 2 units off from the main road. So normally I don't like to put roads like this so close like that, but I think in this case it'll be fine. Let's get the police academy in somewhere. Maybe we can put it here on the corner like that. And that is a massive building as well. Okay, so we need water. And it looks like we just need to put piping along this road. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. So we'll back that up and then place it like that. Okay, it looks like we're good elsewhere. And I'm gonna see if I can find any other places I can over here, since this is a high density area, that I can increase the density with some residential. So let's see if we can change some of the zoning here. Then I think along the main street here, I might change some of these to be high density commercial. All right, and we'll see how that develops in. And it looks like our student population has dropped, so let's see if we can bring that back up. And I'm thinking I might actually extend some of the high density usage over here. So yeah, that way we can hopefully have a little bit of tapering of densities, like this is high density, and then maybe this can be hopefully a little bit more medium density based off the way these paths are here. It can limit some of the building growth sizes. So that would be ideal. And it looks like we've been winning. Wow, 5 wins, 1 loss. That's good. About track and field, doing pretty good. 4 wins and 1 loss. All right, and I don't think we're gonna have the population to get this to a level 5. I was really hoping to do that today, but I think that's gonna involve us having to build out more over this way, and then thinking about how some of the zoning is in the future down here. But yeah, I think that's gonna probably do it for today's episode. We have done a lot today. We have created this trade school, which has turned into a really nice college area. We have these 2 sporting complexes, we have a police academy, we have a school of tourism, we have a commencement office, we have lots of dormitories, so we have a lot of capacity for future students. We've expanded some residential and development here, and I think it makes sense and looks good. We also added in a new transit route, and we got to Capital City, which is another milestone that I was hoping to reach. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please think about doing so. That would be really, really awesome and help me out. Also, if you enjoyed today's video, hit the like button and leave a comment down below about if you see something that I should change, or if there's something that you liked, let me know. I really enjoy getting feedback from y'all, so yeah, please definitely comment. But I'm looking forward to seeing y'all back here in Canarsee in our tutorial city, and I think things are looking really, really good. So hope y'all are doing well, and we'll see you back here in the next one. All right, bye.